Welcome back to the Burglar Report. I'm your host, Dave Steppenwolf of the Steppenwolf Wolves. So, anyways, fucking news. News is still rocking and rolling. I mean, I've been talking about, obviously, a lot of politics. Big thing. It's kind of my thing. Kind of the thing I like to think about. And it does not disappoint. This is fucking... It's like my birthday every day. 2020 has just been fucking phenomenal. This whole Trump's path to victory thing, more stuff's coming out today. Some more possibilities in Detroit might cause or I believe they're refusing to certify votes, or they're having some issues. All over New Hampshire, they're finding more votes. Fucking Georgia's finding more votes in different places. Apparently, people stopped fucking or didn't upload some information. Their memory cards got lost, supposedly. But enough of that about that for right now. Let's take a break from the political realm, because at the end of the day, while it affects us, how does it really affect us? Not so much. Politics at that level, it's all a fucking game. It's all back and forth. President's just a face man for the establishment, essentially. Donald Trump, not the case, but I mean, he's kind of been the case because he's, the swamp's pretty fucking deep. And he's trying, or he tried. Hopefully, another 4 years he can try again. With no need for re-election. He can just go fucking balls to the wall. Maybe fix some stuff. That'd be nice. So what can we control? We can get prepared. Preparedness is pretty fucking important. We live in a bubble in the United States. Nothing but first world problems. Even if you're on welfare. If you're making more than $30,000 a year, which is poverty level in a lot of the United States, you're in the top 1% of the fucking world. I think the average earning wage in the world is like $10,000. So we're in the fucking top 1% for sure. So we don't experience virtually any hardships besides maybe not having the right to work. I mean, yeah, people are starving out there for sure, and the fucking bum homeless person epidemic is insane. A lot of that has to do with mental health. A lot of it has to do with drugs. So it can be helped in that degree. But for the most part, like I said, we're very well off here. And if there was some kind of cataclysmic event or some kind of potential civil war, where there's mass looting and rioting, which is more or less what I'm pointing towards, or a lot of media is pointing towards rather, but that's what I'm getting at right now. Because who can predict, crazy fucking earthquakes and tornadoes and asteroids and shit, whatever. In any case, you gotta be prepared. How can you prepare? You can buy storable food. Always good. Some storable water. You need extra water. Have a good, maybe 50 if you can. Obviously, if you live in an apartment, it's a lot harder to do. But a big, 50 gallon drum or something just filled with just regular water from the hose. Because if the grid were to go down, systems were to go down, you still need a flush toilet. You don't want to be fucking digging holes to shit in. You don't want a fucking porta potty either. It's fucking disgusting. I work a lot of construction sites lately, and it's pretty fucking gross. Especially this summer. Oh my god. What in the fuck? If you had too much coffee or you did something going on and you got to use that porta potty around lunchtime and it's 100 degrees, it's 110 inside that fucking thing. And while I've been anti-mask for a lot of this COVID thing, you're kind of happy you have a mask on. Holy fuck. But you need water to flush the toilet, because toilets typically work off of gravity. So you can fill the top tank, whatever. You can fill up the tank, flush the fucking toilet, you're good to go. As long as the sewer systems don't get backed up and more or less stay functioning. Very important. Very important for health. Very important just to, if shit were to happen, just to have fucking regular... Very important for your sanity. It's gotta be high stress. You gotta take a shit. You gotta go dig a hole first. You know what I mean? Anyways, what else can you do? Guns. There was some kind of civil war. Whether or not it wouldn't probably hit most cities, but afterwards or after you'll have clashes. I'm assuming, and you're gonna have roaming mobs, because there's already panic right now as it is, where people are already buying toilet paper. People are panic buying increased amounts of storable food, which is good. But you should have been doing that since the first time that shit happened. Out here in California, holy fuck, the toilet paper disappeared within a week, which I didn't understand. And then within a month later, food was disappearing off the shelves. All the fucking instant soups and canned goods. And you walk into my freaking, Stater Brothers store out here, West Coast, and there was just shit on the fucking shelves. And I'm just like, well, I'm glad I have storable food, because I've always been a prepper. Well, fucking weird. Prep. But only to a certain degree. I mean, I can't afford to go fucking crazy. It's just expensive. I got to feed my family as it now. I fucking got kids and, yeah, man. But yeah, there's definitely potential for that. And what's going to happen? People are going to come looting into, other people's houses. People are going to be hungry. Hunger is something we don't experience at that level. But with some kind of massive unrest, the stores being empty, and it's like 40 million people in this country already on food stamps. It's either 40 million or 1/3. It's some fucking absurd number. Those are essentially people that are, in a soup or in a bread line. Those people are already waiting for food because they don't have the money for food. So they're not going to have money for storable food. So when the shit runs out and they run out, they're come knocking down your door. I mean, we're talking worst case scenario. But if Trump wins this shit, we're talking about worst case scenario of shit possibly popping off, which I'm not looking forward to. God willing, that never doesn't happen. But I'm just being serious. I'm just, throwing it out there. It's already been thrown out there. I'm like, well, you're some kind of fucking genius. Oh, yeah, but I'm not, other people have talked about Civil War. So, what I'm saying is you gotta be prepared. Preparedness is fucking something I would definitely want to talk about, or I am talking about. And I got my storable food, but yeah, guns. Guns are key to protecting your family, yourself. You don't want to protect your fucking car or something. Let people have your car. But you really don't want people burning down your house or invading your home. I mean, if you have a family especially, you got to have some sense of normalcy. You got to have shelter. It's one of our top priorities as a species, and you don't want people coming in and just, because I've had a car stereo fucking stolen when I was like 18, 19, and it's a weird feeling getting into a vehicle and that somebody's been in there looking through all your shit. It's fucking very unnerving. And you feel, you feel violated for sure. Obviously, there's other things that could happen to you. You feel way more violated. But you don't want that in your home with your children, and you just want everything to be smooth. So you need something to protect your family. I've said that. If you're going to buy a gun, if you have a gun, make sure you know how to fucking use it. That's a big thing with people, especially a lot of out here in the cities, suburbs. We don't really have a shooting culture or a gun culture out in California. At least in Southern California, people have guns and they do go shooting, but it's not anything like you would have back east or in the Midwest, where you just flip it out every once in a while or every weekend and just shoot off some rounds. It's like it's rare that I go to the shooting range, very rare, and you got to understand how your gun works for sure. I guess luckily out here in California it's hard to get guns, and recently with the new fucking laws that got in effect, they do show you how to load your gun and how to break it down and how to make sure it's loaded, unloaded. Very important shit. So, for my tips, well, we'll get into the tips in a minute. I just want to say guns aren't the bad guy that's made out to be. Obviously, people are the problem. A dangerous person is going to be dangerous with a gun for sure, and a misinformed person or an uneducated person is going to be just as dangerous. Just because just like, my car is out there sitting in the driveway. My car is not hurting anybody. It's not going to go anywhere. But if one of my kids got in the car, somebody could die. Same thing with my gun. Somebody with little to no knowledge of how to use a gun could easily kill somebody, kill themselves, hurt themselves. It's just a tool. But it's a potentially dangerous tool, potentially. You gotta understand how your gun works. You gotta understand how to fucking load it. Okay, you don't want to sit there when you have your gun. Oh, we're protected. We feel so good, and you have this fucking all these scenarios in your head or all the shit you're gonna do, and the moment of truth, the shit jams up, or your safety's not on, or you fucking don't know how to fucking chamber around or something, and you gotta understand, guns escalate a situation exponentially. So if somebody's, here's a scenario: if somebody's coming in to rob your house, and they just want your shit, and you're there, you might fight them off with a bat. Maybe they'll run. Maybe they'll kick you, push you. Maybe they have a gun. They don't want to use it. But if you pull out a gun, they're gonna pull out their gun, and somebody's gonna fucking get shot. And that's because you escalated by pulling out a gun. And that's anywhere. The whole Kyle Rittenhouse thing. The kid, total self-defense. He was out there helping people beforehand. The fact that you bring a gun, you have the potential for a crazy escalation. If he hadn't had a gun, maybe he would have got killed. Because they were chasing him down. The one guy thought he was somebody else, and they were fucking. The other guy shot first, and he defended himself. So, but the fact that he had a gun saved his life. But maybe if he didn't have a gun, maybe they wouldn't have chased him. Maybe he could have disappeared in the crowd. Who fucking knows? Who knows? But you gotta understand, if you're bringing a gun to a gunfight, somebody's gonna get shot. Somebody could die. So, if you're pulling out your gun, you gotta make sure you know how to fucking use it. I'm gonna be honest. Total transparency. I had a gun, or my first gun I bought, 12-gauge shotgun. I didn't shoot it for like 5 years. Didn't know how to use it. Finally took it to range. I was like, cool. Figured it out. I have it at home. Here. Let me introduce you to my old friend. My oldest and dearest of guns. 12-gauge, Winchester speed pump. Yeah. I've had this thing for a long time. Unloaded. First off, always treat your... I'm so bad at this. Always treat your guns like they're loaded. Rule number 1. You gotta know what you got. When you pick up a gun, first thing you do is make sure it's unloaded. Second thing, always point in a safe direction. You don't know... a fucking spring could shoot off and hit somebody. I don't know. You always want to point it in a safe direction. Unloaded or not, always treat it like it's loaded. You gotta respect the tool. Alright? But like I said, I had that for the longest time. And there was one night, I was taking it apart, cleaning it, put it back together, and I practiced loading it, and then I panicked because I didn't know how to get the shells out. And I figured it out within like 5 seconds. But there's a little button on the side here. There's a little button right here you push, and it releases, or it opens a release where you pump it again, and the shells come out. I panicked for like 5 seconds before I seen that. I was like, oh, that's what that is. It's so bad. But you don't want to be in the situation where you actually need to use it to defend your family or yourself. And then what's going to happen? Don't want to go there. But I got I'm a burglar report, but I got fucking different guns. I also brought out the newest member of my family. This is a little Springfield XD 9mm subcompact. Not loaded. And you always freaking pull it back. Oopsie. There, nothing in the hole there. Same thing. And this one's, keep it in pointed safe directions. This is water, by the way. I take gun safety very serious. I'm being silly. But yeah, I don't fuck around with this shit. This one's got a lot of cool features though. You got your safety on the trigger. You got your safety on the grip here. You got to squeeze them both together. You cock this one back. It's got like a little freaking thing that pops out, lets you know that it's ready to fire. If you actually have something in the chamber, this pops out too. It's a really cool little fucking pistol. And it fits in your pocket. I don't know. It's a cool gun. But in any case, find something to suit you. You want it for protection, but fucking number 1 is you want to know how to use it. You better fucking train with it, because you don't want to hurt yourself, hurt your family members, God forbid, and learn about different types of ammunition. There's a difference between home defense rounds and you got these crazy armor-piercing rounds, which aren't legal in California. But typically when you go to range, you want the full metal jacket. They're cheaper, they fly straighter, but those potentially go through walls. Home defense rounds, like a hollow point type thing where they mushroom out when you hit something, like hit a wall or something. That way you're hopefully you're not, if you miss, you're not shooting through a wall and hitting your neighbor or your kid or your dog or somebody. You gotta fucking understand what you got going on. But preparedness, very fucking important in these uncertain times. Hopefully I'm just being pessimistic and, you know, fucking fear-mongering, because, God forbid, I don't want to fucking, you know, I don't want none of this shit to come out. I don't want fucking no civil war. I don't want to shoot nobody. I'm just trying to go to work and take care of my family and make stupid fucking videos. You know what I'm saying? But look into it, figure it out, and have fun. It's fun. You know, people get scared of guns, but you have the loud noise of it. Once you get in there, you're just like, yeah, like that. You know? Anyways, signing off. Have a good night. See you tomorrow.